The ROG Ally X. All right, this thing has literally been freshly delivered to my door, not even like 10 minutes ago. So I figured I would sit down and do a bit of an unboxing since I haven't really seen many of these online. I got mine delivered here in Australia through JB Hi-Fi, since they're kind of like the easiest way of getting it, I guess. There are some other retailers that do have it in stock, but they kind of charge a ridiculous amount of shipping when I'm already paying, 1,600 Australian dollars for a handheld PC. I really didn't want to spend an extra, $30, $40 on shipping. So JB was kind of the best option I could find, where it was only $10 extra. But here we got the box straight away. It's very nice. Got like this, I guess, reflective or iridescent details on the front of it. I guess showing off the Ally X and what I think is a 1-to-1 of what it actually looks like on the inside. Some tape, some more writing here just on the side on the tape and stuff. On the back we have, I guess, what is essentially the specs and some other stuff that I will probably end up blurring out there, but you can see that 24 gigs of RAM, Wi-Fi 6E and stuff, and that stuff. Quickly cut through this tape and get into this thing. Okay, apparently I don't need to cut it, it just peels off. That is like really thin plastic. That's that one. I think there's another one on this side too. Cut through that. And in the moment of truth, the kind of exciting thing is lifting off this box. Here we go. Got, I guess, a quick start look little thing telling us where to charge it, where the power button is. Then we lift that off. We have our device here, which is inside this plastic wrap, which I'll quickly take off. Oh, that sound is terrible. Wow, this thing is heavy, bro. It is not light by any means. All those thumbsticks feel really good though. Everything there feels really nice. It was nice in the hand too. But before we play around with that too much, let's quickly go through the rest of the box. If there's anything else interesting in here. Some warranty stuff, more papers, left and right. I'm surprised that everyone's using cardboard now and paper. It's probably nice to see rather than getting plastic, and I say that as the power brick is covered in this thin plastic, a bit more environmentally friendly. This is part of the power adapter, I suppose. You can see here, it is our AC 100 to 240 volt at 1.5 amps, which is nice. Runs perfectly on our electricity here in Australia, which you'd hope so. We bought some stuff from like JBL before where they come with like international adapters rather than just giving you a straight up Australian plug, which is nice to see. Like, it is kind of localized for our region. And I think that's everything in there. Now that we've got the device out of the box, we can take a bit of a closer look at all the little details around it. Like you can see here inside the little ROG logo we have here on the side, there's some texturing, which you can like very obviously feel. Some Xbox style face buttons. They do look really nice, like they're translucent, like the letters themselves sitting inside the resin looks really good. The thumbsticks feel really nice, like full size. They don't feel anything too small. I'm comparing this, in my mind, like the only other handheld that I've had experience with that is kind of like in this similar form factor has been this one, the AYN Odin 2, which I've really liked. It's been nice and small, like compact, very easy to take around and play with. But like I did find like the stock thumbsticks are a bit smaller than obviously your Xbox and PlayStation controllers. So I did end up buying some of these 3D printed ones off of Etsy, but I had some issues with a lot of them. I've bought 6. Let's say that way. I've bought 3 sets. And this has been the only one that has managed to survive on the left stick without the 3D print failing. But size comparison wise, you can tell that the ROG is quite a bit larger. But ergonomics wise, they feel kind of similar. The ROG is a lot heavier. It feels almost kind of like bottom heavy, like it wants to tip towards me, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because if you think about it, you're not going to be holding it flat. You are going to be tilting it towards yourself, and it kind of wants to sit there. The triggers feel really good too. Like, obviously, it's very Xboxy feeling, I think, everything here so far. except for this massive Sega style D-pad. I suppose the Xbox, was it? I forget which Xbox controller I was, but the Elite one, I suppose, came with like that weird hexagonal or square design one that could move around. But it feels really nice. Obviously, diagonals are going to be really easy to hit. And you got start and select, or I guess it's your menu and share button or whatever that's called nowadays on PlayStation. Armory crate button, you can see by the logo pretty plainly. No clue what this one's for, but as you can probably hear that, nice and clicky. They feel really satisfying. Same with the bumpers, triggers. And then on top for I/O, it's our power button, which is meant to be a fingerprint reader, I'm pretty sure. Headphone jack, micro SD slot, volume up, volume down. Some indicator lights there, one for battery, one for, I would assume, just some other LED. USB-C ports, this one here is USB 4.0, which is kind of cool, so it should support some fun accessories there that I will hopefully end up getting one day. On the bottom, just your standard laptop, I guess, or computer information, QR codes and things like that. And then same on the back. On the back, we've got this nice iridescent Republic of Gaming, which if you didn't know, that's what ROG stands for. It's not ROG, it's ROG. It is an acronym. Stripe, I guess, along the back. And our back buttons. I thought they were going to be inset more like these Odin 2 ones. And like these feel kind of mushy. They're like, if anyone has played with these, I don't like, you'd know what I kind of mean by that. But these other ones, I don't know if you can really see that. They sit out from the device and they have a really satisfying click. And like, I think regular holding it, you're not going to touch them. But if you do need to get to them, they are super easy to get to as well. I know Skull & Co sells covers that go over them that makes it easier, or I guess just more prominent, so that when you're using it with the case and things, you can play that, which I will eventually be getting my hands on and doing a review of. Speaker vents, I would assume. I'm trying to look, and then intake and out. Oh no, so there must be intake through here, and then these are the exhaust ports on the top. And it's just some nice details here on the grips, which feel quite nice to the hand. But the grip here is actually, I'll try get that to focus a bit better. It is actually just little ROG. Reminds me of, I feel like there was a PlayStation controller that did something. It was like the PlayStation symbols for the grips. But yeah, it feels really nice. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna drop this thing by accident, by it slipping out of my hand. First call of action though, this is just an unboxing. I've got myself a screen protector, which I also bought from JB Hi-Fi, the retailer. So I'm going to put that on because, as you can see, it's already picking up my fingerprints, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I'm going to clean that off and put that on. Charge it up because I've tried to hold that power button. You know what? There was probably a thing that I threw away inside the box that told me what that... Oh, I just noticed this. Hold on. So I can take this box off. What is this? We get these two little things. Why would they? I guess it's for display. And then we can set the Ally inside of that to hold it up. That's kind of cool. I'm kind of a fan of that. I'd like fully missed that on the top of the box. I've not seen that mentioned anywhere, so that's kind of cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I tried to turn it on, doesn't have battery. So I'm gonna go charge it up, go get myself a coffee, and then I will be back with a startup and setup guide as my next video. It shouldn't be too far behind this one, hopefully. And then play around with it before I sit with it for a few weeks and like come up with like a proper review. But if anyone who stuck around this far saw this of the device, that's the ROG Ally X. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.